Picture this. Same age, same group of old friends, same morning routine. Yet while some of them are moving with energy and strength, one man is gasping for air, struggling just to keep pace. His legs feel heavy, his back aches, and his confidence is slipping away. Now here's the question that almost no one dares to ask. Why can two men, born in the same decade, living in the same neighborhood, show such completely different levels of energy, strength, and vitality? Is it just luck? Is it genetics? Or is it something far more hidden? Something sitting quietly on their dinner plate, draining their testosterone, sapping their energy, and stealing away the very spark that makes them feel alive as men. In the next 25 minutes, we're going to uncover the foods that silently rob men over 50 of their strength and reveal the unsung heroes in the vegetable aisle that can help restore not just your testosterone, but your energy, your focus, and yes, even your confidence. For more than 25 years, I've been working with men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. And here's what I've seen again and again. Most of them think fatigue, muscle loss, or low drive is just part of aging. But the truth, aging doesn't cause these symptoms as fast as diet does. Every day, I meet men who do everything right. They walk, they exercise, they try to eat healthy. Yet they feel weaker, more tired, less like themselves. And when we look closer, the problem isn't their age. It isn't even their lifestyle. It's hidden right in their food, vegetables and oils that slowly choke their testosterone and drain their vitality. Now here's the good news. Food can also be your greatest ally. There are certain vegetables, simple, affordable, right in your grocery store that act like guardians of your hormones. They don't just protect your testosterone, they can help restore the kind of energy, strength, and clarity you thought you'd lost forever. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly which foods to avoid and which ones can help you feel younger, stronger, and more alive than you have in years.
Do any of these moments feel familiar to you? You wake up after a full night's sleep, yet it feels like your body never truly rested. The energy you used to count on in the morning, gone. You notice your arms and legs don't have the same strength. That box in the garage that once felt light now makes your back ache. Your favorite hobbies, whether it's golf, fishing, or fixing things around the house, seem harder, slower, heavier. And maybe most of all, there's a quiet frustration you don't talk about. The sharpness in your mind, the confidence in your body, even the spark in your marriage, they've all faded. Not disappeared, but dulled. As if someone slowly turned the dimmer switch down year after year. Most men shrug and say, that's just aging. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be. Because while age plays its role, there's something else happening behind the scenes, something hidden in the foods you eat every single day that can either drag your testosterone down or give it the fuel to rise again.
Meet George, a 65-year-old retired school principal from Texas, proud husband, and a man who takes pride in doing everything right. He swapped red meat for soy products, drinks soy milk every morning, and snacks on protein bars made from soy, all because he was told it's heart healthy. But over the past year, George noticed something troubling. His mornings no longer started with energy. His workouts felt harder, and even simple tasks around the house left him drained. Worst of all, he felt less like himself in ways he couldn't quite put into words. One day, George came to me. "Doctor," he said, "I eat healthy, I exercise, I even quit red meat, but I feel weaker than ever. What's happening to me?" After reviewing his lab results, one thing stood out. George's testosterone was lower than expected for his age, while estrogen levels were unusually high. The culprit, his seemingly healthy, soy-heavy diet. Phytoestrogens in soy, plant compounds that mimic the female hormone estrogen, were quietly tipping George's hormone balance the wrong way. And with testosterone already declining naturally with age, George's body was left struggling. Low energy, reduced strength, and diminishing vitality. The solution wasn't complicated. By gradually replacing soy with clean protein sources, eggs, lean meats, and certain fish, George began to feel a shift within weeks. His energy returned, his strength improved, and the spark that had been missing in his daily life slowly came back.
Meet Michael, a 62-year-old retired engineer living in New York City. A man who takes pride in staying active during the day, walking his dog, hitting the gym twice a week. Yet every evening, he unwinds with what seems harmless: a big bowl of popcorn, some chips, and salad dressings loaded with corn oil. At first glance, it seems innocent, maybe even heart-healthy. But inside Michael's body, a silent process is unfolding. Processed corn products, abundant in omega-6 fatty acids, are tipping the balance in his system, fueling chronic low-grade inflammation. This hidden inflammation is stealthy, but its effects are real: stiffening arteries, slowing blood flow, making erections weaker, and leaving muscles tired even after rest. Joints ache, energy dips, and the body begins to feel older than it is. Michael didn't realize it until he mentioned constant fatigue and joint discomfort during a checkup. Once we looked at his diet, the answer became clear. By replacing processed corn oils and snacks with healthy fats, olive oil, fatty fish like salmon, and whole foods, Michael began to notice remarkable changes. Within weeks, his joint stiffness eased, energy returned, and circulation improved. Even more surprising, he started feeling a spark of vitality he hadn't experienced in years. Michael's story proves that sometimes the foods we trust, even those labeled healthy, can silently drain our vitality. But the good news is, simple swaps can reignite your energy, protect your circulation, and support your testosterone naturally. At 67, he runs half marathons for fun, eats what he believes is the healthiest diet possible, and starts every morning with a massive green smoothie packed with raw spinach and other leafy greens. To anyone looking in, he seems unstoppable. But there was a hidden problem. Despite eating meals high in zinc and other nutrients, his lab tests told a different story. His testosterone was lower than expected, and his zinc levels, critical for male hormone production, were unusually low. The culprit? Oxalates in raw spinach. These tiny compounds act like nutrient thieves in the digestive system, binding to minerals such as zinc and preventing your body from absorbing them. For men over 60, this can mean reduced testosterone, lower energy, and diminished libido, even if you think you're eating perfectly healthy. David didn't need to give up spinach entirely. Instead, the solution was simple: lightly steaming or sautéing his greens instead of drinking them raw in massive amounts. Within weeks, his zinc levels began to recover. Testosterone improved, and he noticed a renewed sense of energy on his runs. Even his focus and mood brightened noticeably. David's experience is a powerful reminder. It's not just what you eat, but how you prepare it. Small adjustments can make a huge difference, restoring vital nutrients, supporting your testosterone, and bringing back the energy you thought was gone forever. Let's take a moment to step back and see the bigger picture. George, Michael, and David, 3 different men, 3 different healthy habits, yet each was quietly sabotaging their testosterone and energy in ways they never imagined. George relied heavily on soy, unknowingly tipping his hormone balance toward estrogen and leaving him fatigued and weak. Michael's evening popcorn and processed corn oils fueled chronic inflammation, stiffening arteries and slowing blood flow, leaving him drained and sore. And David, despite his green smoothie obsession, was losing vital zinc to oxalates in raw spinach, quietly suppressing his testosterone. These are the foods we often trust, the habits we think are good for our hearts and health, but in men over 50, they can become silent adversaries. The good news? Once you know them, you can take control. Avoiding or adjusting these foods isn't complicated. It's about awareness and smart choices. And once you do, your body responds remarkably with more energy, better circulation, and restored vitality. Now that we've uncovered the hidden villains silently draining your strength, it's time to reveal the unsung heroes. Simple, powerful vegetables that can support your hormones, protect your circulation, and reignite your energy.
Now let's meet the first hero on your plate, the humble beet. Beets are nature's secret weapon for circulation, and circulation is the foundation of energy, vitality, and yes, testosterone. Inside every beet are nitrates, which your body transforms into nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as a master key. It relaxes and opens your blood vessels, boosting blood flow to every corner of your body, muscles, brain, and even your reproductive system. Take Greg, a 66-year-old retired firefighter. He had noticed fatigue during his morning walks, and even simple strength exercises left him winded. Once he added fresh beets, grated into salads, lightly roasted, or blended into juice, something remarkable happened. Within a few weeks, his legs felt lighter, his energy returned, and even small workouts became enjoyable again. But here's the secret most people miss. How you prepare beets matters. Pickled or canned beets lose most of their nitrates, and the vinegar or sodium used in processing can even counteract their benefits. The key is fresh, lightly cooked, or raw, just enough to preserve their magic while making them easy to enjoy. Beets aren't flashy or trendy, but for men over 50, they can make a dramatic difference in circulation, energy, and overall vitality. Think of them as your one-man army against sluggish blood flow, turning what feels like a kinked garden hose into a full firefighter's cannon of energy. Simple, natural, and powerful. That's why beets deserve a place on your plate every week. And remember, this is just the first hero. Next, we'll explore a vegetable that helps balance hormones and protect your testosterone as you age.
Our second hero is one many of us already know, but may not be using to its full potential: broccoli. Broccoli is a powerhouse for men over 50, particularly for maintaining hormone balance. It contains a remarkable compound called sulforaphane. This natural compound helps your liver detoxify excess estrogen, promotes hormonal balance, and reduces inflammation, all critical for supporting healthy testosterone levels as you age. Let me introduce Carl, a 68-year-old retired accountant. He was trying to eat healthy, so he microwaved broccoli every night. He thought he was doing everything right. But after a few months, his energy was still low, and he felt a lack of focus and drive. The problem? Sulforaphane is extremely sensitive to heat. Overcooking or microwaving destroys most of its benefits. Once Carl switched to lightly steaming his broccoli for just 3 to 4 minutes, or eating it raw with a healthy dip, he noticed a real difference. Energy returned, mental clarity improved, and he felt stronger in his workouts. His hormone levels started to normalize, and he regained confidence he thought was behind him forever. Broccoli may seem simple, but for men over 50, it's a true hormone guardian. The key is not just eating it, but preparing it correctly to preserve its powerful compounds. Don't underestimate broccoli. This everyday vegetable, when used correctly, can quietly help protect your testosterone, balance hormones, and give your body the support it needs to thrive. Our third hero is simple, affordable, and found in almost every grocery store: mushrooms. White button mushrooms, in particular, are powerful allies for men over 50, not by boosting testosterone directly, but by protecting it. Here's the science. As men age, an enzyme called aromatase becomes more active. Aromatase steals your valuable testosterone and converts it into estrogen. Mushrooms contain natural aromatase inhibitors. Think of them as bodyguards for your hormones. They prevent testosterone from being wasted, keeping more of it active and free to support energy, strength, libido, and mental clarity. David, our 67-year-old marathon runner, had already improved his zinc levels by adjusting his greens. But he still felt a gap in energy and drive. Once he started adding sautéed mushrooms a few times per week, he noticed subtle but powerful changes. His workouts felt easier, his recovery faster, and his morning energy improved significantly. Even his competitive spirit and focus returned. The key with mushrooms is simple. Enjoy them fresh, lightly sautéed, or roasted. Avoid overcooking to preserve their natural compounds. These humble fungi are small, but their impact on hormone protection is mighty, quietly guarding your testosterone and helping you feel stronger, sharper, and more alive. Simple, natural, and effective, mushrooms act as your testosterone bodyguards. Alongside beets for circulation and broccoli for hormone balance, these three hero vegetables form a foundation to reclaim your energy, strength, and vitality.
Now that you know the three hero vegetables, beets for circulation, broccoli for hormone balance, and mushrooms to protect testosterone, the next step is turning them into a simple daily ritual that fuels your body every morning. Start your day with a plate or smoothie that combines all three in a way that's easy and enjoyable. For example, a light beet and spinach salad topped with sautéed mushrooms, or a small omelet with broccoli and mushrooms served alongside a fresh beet juice. The key is fresh, lightly cooked, and balanced, preserving nutrients while maximizing absorption. Doing this consistently primes your body, improved blood flow, balanced hormones, and testosterone that works for you, not against you. It's a small, practical habit that compounds over weeks, helping you wake up with energy, feel stronger throughout the day, and regain the vitality you thought was behind you. 3 vegetables, 1 simple morning ritual, and the promise of a stronger, more energized you. It doesn't require fancy supplements or complicated diets, just consistency, freshness, and smart preparation.
George, Michael, David. 3 men, 3 journeys, 3 transformations. What they all discovered is powerful yet simple. The path to restored energy, strength, and vitality doesn't lie in expensive pills or complicated diets. It's on your plate. By understanding the hidden villains, soy, processed corn, and raw spinach in excess, and embracing the unsung heroes, beets for circulation, broccoli for hormone balance, and mushrooms to protect testosterone, you can reclaim your strength, confidence, and zest for life, no matter your age. It's about small, consistent actions, a morning ritual, a meal prepared with intention, a commitment to yourself. When you make these choices daily, your body responds, your energy rises, your hormones balance, and your confidence returns. So today, take that first step. Add 1 hero vegetable to your breakfast, swap out a hidden villain from your diet, or simply commit to preparing your meals with care. The results may surprise you. More strength, more energy, and a renewed sense of vitality you thought was behind you. Your journey to stronger mornings, sharper focus, and renewed vitality starts with a single choice: the choice to feed your body what it truly needs. Make that choice today and step confidently into a stronger, healthier, more vibrant you.